Hi everyone! In the last video we were talking about different personality types, and now it makes sense to go deeper and try to put this information to actually IT industry. So of course that's my own opinion based on my, let's say, experience, and that's never like black and white, there's always something in between. So let's talk about three different directions in the career, like engineering, then management, and the like around this HR field and things like that. So when we talk about engineering, this is basically like creators. Like engineering like contains, for example, QA, a software development, analyst, like security field. And potential traits here are, for example, you need to have more thinking rather than feeling. Introversion rather than extroversion, because you would need to work more with, let's say, alone at some point, and this is like if you really extroverted person, then it might be a little bit harder to stay on your own. Then from the potential traits also can be sensing rather than intuition, because at some point you need to operate more with facts and then just thinking about future things. And from the potential traits also can be judging rather than pursuing. Judging is actually people who are making the lists, and pursuing is actually more spontaneous people who are making decisions on the fly. At some point here might be on the pair, because both of these traits are like pretty strong and they have like good and bad abilities. Of course, here also very important to understand in general, like whatever I mentioned, that there's like you always would need to balance. So for example, if you're more thinking person, it doesn't mean that you don't have anything from the feeling. So you're gonna be somewhere in between. So question where you are on the scale. Like if we talk about managerial direction, so like this is people who usually generators, and they contain like product management, like business analysts, or some leading positions. Traits for this direction might be that you need also to have thinking rather than feeling, and here you potentially might need more extroversion than being introverted. Then intuition, more important in this case than fencing, because yeah, it's nice that you can operate with facts, but at some point in this position you also need to have intuition. To also be able to think how it's gonna roll out in the future, and what this current situation can bring in the future. And of course, like if we talk about the judging and pursuing, then here most probably judging gonna fit a little bit better than pursuing. If we talk about human-related direction, this is what I call heart of the IT. These positions usually include, for example, human resources or HR, then support, technical support as well, success managers. This is where I would tell that at some point you need to have more feeling than thinking, because not all these things are on the top and not everything can be really easily to thought about, but it's rather about what you feel, like what is happening. Then most probably you need to be more extroverted than an introverted person. Intuition or sensing probably on the par, and judging and pursuing probably also going to be on the par. So as I mentioned, this is like always where you need to find out where you're balancing on the scale between like different characters and personality types. And of course with some of them you was born, but some of them you can actually grow or like improve yourself. And this is the best thing, because when, for example, you was more thinking person, you can give a try to train and understand what is happening behind, and like also understand like what is in the feeling direction happening. And when you can grow the personality types which like were not given you from the beginning, this would help you to move further and understand much better people around you. Especially it would be important, would become important as soon as you are moving like more to the managerial areas. Like when you understand different types, and especially when you need to put different type of the people into one like team, for example, and make them working together. So yeah, I mean, of course, here also we can talk really a lot, like how to like identify different type of the personalities and like the people, like abilities. But I think that's mainly extraction from what I'm thinking about right now based on my experience. Yeah, that's it.